Good morning, buenos dias, وصباح الخير. Welcome back for another lesson from English al Español al Árabe, where we take words and phrases and translate them from English to Spanish and then to Arabic. And this morning we continue to examine an article about the British economy, which I downloaded in Arabic in the year 2015. And while this might not be the most interesting subject matter in the world, this article is full of useful vocabulary words that we see all the time in the media. First, let me recap with the sentence from the last episode, which ties into this week's sentence. So last time we said, official numbers confirm that the British economy grew by a rate of 0.3% for the first quarter of the year 2015, influenced by an increase in imports and a slowdown in the services sector. Well, this week, they're watching me. Well, this week the sentence is, and this rate indicates a sharp slowdown compared to the rate that the economy recorded in the last 3 months of the year 2014. Now, if you're a language learner, you should love vocabulary. I love you, vocabulary. Mwah. Yo te amo vocabulario. Yo te amo vocabulario. And in Arabic, mufradat is vocabulary. Mufradat. But since this is a plural word, I have to say, uhebkom, I love you all. Uhebkom mufradat. Uhebkom mufradat, I love you, vocabulary. Mufradat is very easy to pronounce. We just have to remember to stretch out that last syllable because the Western tongue wants to cut it short, right? When we want to say something like mufradat, but it's mufradat, mufradat. So vocabulary words in Arabic would be kalimat al-mufradat, kalimat al-mufradat. Vocabulary words, words of the vocabulary. In Spanish, palabras de vocabulario, vocabulary words. Now the first word in this sentence in Arabic is وشكلت, which has the root letters shin, kaf, and lam. And these three root letters, whenever they're together, they mean something about the shape or the form, or shaping or forming, or something like that. That's the key takeaway. So the word for the shape in Arabic is ashakal, the shape. However, when we say it in very formal Arabic, it changes just a little bit. We get rid of this helping vowel here between the kaf and the lam, and then we replace it with the damma, which is the case marker at the end, and it becomes ashaklu. What shape is it in formal Arabic is ma huwa shaklu. Now when you hear ma huwa, you can translate that in your head as to what is that which is? What is that which is the shape of it? Ma huwa shaklu. Ma, what is, huwa, that which is, a shakl, the shape of it. What shape is it? Now when we talk about shapes in Spanish, we use the word formas, but we have to specify it in context and say formas geométricas. In plural, in Arabic, it's a little bit different because it's in irregular plural, so it's al-ashkal. Or you can say al-ashkal. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I think the difference is just regional. Native speaker, which way is it? Ashkal or ashkal? Al-ashkal, I think it's al-ashkal. Al-ashkal sounds more natural to me. Al-ashkal, the shapes, formas geométricas. Now we have the term a sharp slowdown in the article. Sharp, both for figurative and literal in Arabic and English, is just one word. Had in Arabic, sharp. But in Spanish there's a distinction between a sharp pain and a sharp knife. A sharp pain is un dolor agudo, and a sharp knife is un cuchillo afilado, or a sharp point, un punto afilada, which I don't have. But the word for decimal point in Arabic, as we've heard, is fasil. Now this big, thick-ass sob changes the sound of everything around it. So fasil, because these short vowels get changed, they get sucked in. This big letter sucks everything in, where you have to put your tongue in the front of your mouth to say it. Fasil. Now it only means decimal point in this context. In any other context, mostly what it means is season, the season. Fasil is shita, the season of winter. Winter was very easy for me to remember, the word shita in dialect. In formal Arabic we put the hamza after it, shita. But shita, winter, because I'm from Wisconsin, in winter, Wisconsin becomes a shita of ice. A shita, winter, a shita, fasil, a shita, the season of winter. The seasons of the year in Arabic is fasul, fasul as-sanna, fasul asana, seasons of the year. In Spanish, it's estaciones del año, but we don't use it much because in most tropical countries, Spanish-speaking countries, there's only two seasons, hurricane season and not hurricane season. And this fasul in very, very formal Arabic, written Arabic, can also mean a classroom, as I've seen it. And there's a word that corresponds with that in Spanish. It's aula. And the last word on the vocabulary list is a relative pronoun, الذي. And that means like that. We translate it to that in English, but it's the kind of that conveys more information about the subject that's already been mentioned. And an example for something that's kind of comparative with that in Spanish would be the lo que. An example for using lo que in Spanish would be a ¿Qué crees? ¿De qué? What do you think? About what? De lo que hablamos. Of that which we spoke. De lo que hablamos. Of that which we spoke. That which. Just like hua, that which is. And talking about percents. Percents in the languages. Now in English, this is 0.3%, of course. And this point represents decimal point, right? 0.3%. So in Spanish, we always have to use the indefinite masculine article in front of any number except for 100%. So it's un 0.3%, un 5%, 5%, un 10%, 10%. In Arabic, sufr. That starts with that big mouth letter, like in fasil. Sufr, fasil. Thalatha. I want to say something about the letter 3. The number 3. The number 3 sounds a lot different in dialect than it does in modern standard Arabic. In modern standard Arabic, thalatha. In dialect, the th changes to a t, and you get rid of all those extra vowels, and it simply becomes talet, or talete in feminine form. Talet in most dialects. This varies regionally, of course. And to say 100%, of course in English, percent is a Norman French word. If it were an Anglo-Saxon word, it would be hundredths, or something like that, hundredths. 100% in Spanish, 100%. 100 is 100, except for when it's in a compound, then it becomes ciento. 101, 102, 101, 102. 100, 101, 102. 100, 101, 102. And 100% in Arabic, and this is dialect, is mi'a fil mi'a, 100 in 100. Fi'a mil fil mi'a. It's pronounced a little bit differently in modern standard, but we won't worry about it. A little bit of modern standard grammar. Modern standard, very formal Arabic. When a word, a noun, becomes the object of the verb, that is the thing to which the action of the verb is being done to, it is said to be in the accusative case. The accusative case. Now in this sentence we have slow down in the accusative case. Slow down is the object of the verb. Now if it weren't, or we weren't pronouncing it in formal Arabic, it would just be tabatu had. Tabatu had. Tabatu had. But because we're pronouncing it with the tanween al-fat, which is a double fetha, or fetain we can say also. When we see it in print, we just usually see one aleph there. So when you see a word that you normally know and it's just got one aleph tacked on the end, it's usually because it's in the accusative case and it's got the suffix an. So it's actually easier to pronounce tabatu an hadan. Tabatu an hadan, because now you have something to hang that hums on, that an. Tabatu an hadan in the accusative case, but without formal Arabic it would just be tabatu had. And as I said before, even though I translated this literally in Spanish to una desaceleración aguda, what I would normally say if I was just speaking Spanish about a slowdown in the economy, I would probably call it a caída dura, a hard drop. So in Spanish, today's sentence would go, y esta tasa indica, and this rate indicates, una desaceleración aguda en comparación con, a sharp drop compared to, la tasa de crecimiento, the growth rate, la tasa de crecimiento que se grabó la economía, that the economy recorded en los últimos 3 meses, in the last 3 months, del año 2014, of the year 2014, la cual se suma a un 0.6%, that which amounts to, la cual se suma, la cual is, la is the feminine pronoun referring to la tasa, the rate. So, la cual se suma a un 0.6%, that which amounts to 0.6%. In Arabic, شكلت هذه النسبة تبعت أن هذا مقابل معدل النمو الذي سجله الاقتصاد في الاشهر الثلاثة الاخيرة. And I'll record all this in another video. الاخيرة, the last 3 months. الاشهر الثلاثة الاخيرة, the last 3 months. في عام, in the year 2014, 2014, بلغ 0.6%. Thank you very much for viewing. I'll try and record it a little bit smoother in a companion video, the actual dialogue. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. God bless.